What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Or welcome this is your first time here. I'm sure that most of you all know that we're being invaded at the southern border. However, most people don't actually realize who's behind this and how it's being done. This article here, Transition News, was originally written in German and I had it translated to English so I could read it to you all here. So some of the highlights anyways. World Economic Forum takes over former U.S. military bases in Panama. World Economic Forum takes over former U.S. military bases in Panama. The revelation that the World Economic Forum is seizing parts of Panama comes as the number of South American migrants arriving in Panama on their way to the United States is expected to exceed 400,000 by October, according to reports. The World Economic Forum, WEF, has taken over former U.S. military bases in Panama. This was revealed by political commentator Ann Vandersteel on her Brighteon TV show Right Now with Ann Vandersteel. The U.S. government has abandoned Panama. The American crown jewel in Latin America, the United States military installations are either completely dilapidated or worse, occupied by globalist psychopaths. The revelation that the World Economic Forum is seizing parts of Panama comes as reports suggest that the number of South American migrants arriving in Panama through the inhospitable, dangerous environment of the Darien Gap on their way to the United States is increasing. Will exceed the 400,000 mark by October. These figures come from the National Migration Service in Panama, which reported that as of September 27th, 399,606 South American migrants had entered the country through the Darien Gap. The crisis in Panama worsened, particularly in September, where more than 2,000 migrants streamed into the country every day through the jungle of the Darien Rift. The number of migrants crossing Panama surpasses last year's record of 248,000 migrants and 2021's record of 133,000 migrants. The number of migrants crossing into Panama exceeds the record of 248,000 migrants from last year and 133,000 migrants from 2021, meaning it keeps increasing. Panamanian authorities warn that despite the numerous new measures the government has taken to curb record migration, they haven't done anything. The number of migrants, if they had, it would stop, but they want to stop it. The number of migrants and so-called asylum seekers who could enter the country through the Darien Gap will more than, it says high, but more than double what they meant. By the end of the year, could be in the million. Could be a million. And this other article over here is from the Blaze, Glenn Beck's service. Gangs of illegal immigrants from South America are committing burglaries on upscale homes in Michigan. And this is going to increase because they know that they are pretty much above the law. If they get caught, they will just get sent back and they'll come right back across the border again and be let right back in. That's just the way it works, like a revolving door. So they really have no worry of being prosecuted. Transnational gangs from South America are committing high-end burglaries on upscale homes in Michigan, according to law enforcement. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard is sounding the alarm over a rash of burglaries targeting luxurious homes. And, it's going to get worse and worse because we already had our own criminals here. We already had our own gangs here, our own problems here. However, they're shipping more problems over the border, more gang-affiliated immigrants over here. And, common sense will tell you if you have the millions coming over, that a lot of those, not all, but a lot of those are going to be gang-affiliated with the cartels and things like that. And, these people with the cartels and things, they are extremely, extremely violent. And the more they gather up over here, the more violent they're going to become. At least a portion of these people are going to. And the crime rate's going to go up. The murder rate's going to go up. Drive-by shooting is going to go up. Burglaries are going to go up. Rapes are going to go up. It's all, like I've said in other videos, it is the Cloward and Piven strategy and the World Economic Forum and these global elites and their own government is complicit in it, are letting these people through to crowd the United States with dependents to crash the welfare system, to crash the housing system, the medical system, the education system, to eventually just crash law enforcement, to overburden law enforcement, and it's going to be horrible when it's what it is, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse all the time, unfortunately. I have to watch what I say here on this channel, because if you say the certain wrong things, people will scream racist, and it's nothing racist about it. It's common sense, and you see what's being done. Who is doing this? The World Economic Forum is behind this, and like I said, our own government is complicit. And it's not just happening here; it's happening in all the Western countries or thereabouts, coming through by the thousands, because there's all the same plan to crash these countries, to make these countries be pretty much inhospitable for the population that's here now, like you and I. Anyway, and let's see here. 11 assumptions about the future. That wasn't what I was looking at. There's another article I want to show you out. The 5 stages of America. Longtime contributor Tay summary shows us how simple it is. Not easy, but still simple. America is a corpse being devoured by maggots. The Democrats root for the maggots, the Republicans root for the corpse. Our beloved American empire was both our daunting parent and our bright-eyed child, but it died. It fed us, clothed us, entertained us, kept us safe, and was our hope for the future, but it's gone. We are now moving through the stages of grief associated with great loss. Denial. It's not true. We are still the greatest country that ever has been. We have the strongest military and the smartest scientists, the greatest cities and the most beautiful landscapes. We are the beacon of hope, and everyone wants to come here. Yeah, and they're coming by the hundreds of thousands and the millions. We are the spinning city on the hill. We are the paragon of democracy. We are the indispensable nation. Anger. This is the next stage of grief. It's those damned Democrats. Their policies have ruined everything. In fact, it's the Republicans too. It's the Uniparty. It's the elites and the billionaires. It's the Bidens and the Clintons and the Gates and the Zuckerbergs. It's the Fed and the FBI and the MIC and the CDC. It's the shoplifters, the homeless, and the immigrants streaming over the border. It's the Chinese and Russians and the Ukrainians and the Canadians. They pox on all their homes. And it's pretty much all that, actually. But anyway, bargaining. We can fix this. We just need to drain the swamp. Yep. We'll see how that worked out. The swamp is the whole government. If you drain the swamp, you drain the whole government, which would be good in my opinion, but almost impossible to do. We just need to drain the swamp, close the border, and back our currency with gold. We need to fund the police and repair our infrastructure. We need to bring back manufacturing and support school choice. We need to make America great again. Trump 2024. Depression. None of it is working. Gas is $5 a gallon and going up. Rents are skyrocketing. Groceries cost an arm and a leg. I'm afraid I'll lose my job. I can't get health care, but if you're coming over here across the border and are illegal asylum seeker, you can get health care. You can get housing, whatever you need. I can never retire. My family is breaking up. My kids are all liberals and believe in Black Lives Matter and socialism and drag queen story hour. The country is deeply divided and feels like it is on the brink of civil war. Maybe I should move to Thailand. And then acceptance. We're going to survive, even if things will never be like they used to be. We no longer consume more than we produce. We have hard work and hard times ahead of us. We can join with our family and neighbors in creating a better society with less materialism and more personal interaction. Time to join the church, get some chickens, plant a garden, and learn to repair small engines and how to use a gun. Anyway, no think in the comments below about this video, about these articles I talked about here today. Share your thoughts if you thought it was helpful, entertaining. Give it a big thumbs up, as always. Also, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to do that. And don't forget to check out my Substack page and subscribe to that in case YouTube shuts me down here, which they probably will sooner or later. Probably sooner than later because of the topics I've been talking about. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to Creekmore out of here, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.